We got down to 32 below this morning. It's a whopping 4 degrees today, 2:30 in the afternoon. Let's go see if we can get things to start and get our chores done. Go get our cows fed. So we got around 2 feet of snow over the weekend. Once that storm passed through, it just sucked in all this cold air. Like I said, it was 32 below this morning, and it was, I think, close to 20 below yesterday morning. So it hasn't been too fun the last few days. Show you guys our driveway and show you how deep the snow's gotten. So it's pretty deep. I bet we've got a good 3 feet of snow. We got plenty of snow. You can quit anytime. I'd be fine with that. So for some reason, this Deutz, when it gets really cold like this, it's having a sensor or something that's getting gummed up. So there's a PTO lever right here. It's got a safety sensor, and you have to pull this lever up to be able to start the tractor. And we think that for some reason, when it's really cold like this, that sensor isn't reading when you lift that lever up, and the tractor won't start. It doesn't even try to turn over. You can just turn the key, and it acts like you're not pulling that lever up. So hopefully today it doesn't give us any problems. So in a previous video, I talked a little bit about this Deutz, and something interesting about it is it's an air-cooled engine. There's no antifreeze in it. There's no coolant. And so it doesn't have a block heater, but what it does have, it's got this oil heater. So it's got a heater that goes here in the bottom of the oil pan, and it heats your oil up. And that's how you start this tractor when it's really cold like this. So let's see if we can get it to start. At least it's turning over. I'm gonna throw a battery charger on this battery real quick, just to give it a little bit more oomph. And even with that oil heater and that battery being plugged in, still struggling. I try not to use starting food when I can, but we might have to try the starting food today. We're gonna let her warm up for a little while. In the winter, we have to run a winter blend diesel. So we've got that blended diesel in it. Then we also put in some treatment, like your House, your power service type stuff, just to keep the diesel fuel from gelling up. Because, I mean, when it gets 30 below, things will gel up pretty quick, and then you're really done. The hydraulic oil is so thick that my spear won't go down. I need to stand on it. What a pain. So a little update for you guys on these elk. Nothing we've done so far has worked. You can see they tore up all these bags here. Pretty much eating all this silage here. I'm gonna stick a video in here that I took about a week ago before we got all this snow, just to show you how heavy they're coming in here and all their tracks and the manure and crap they're leaving everywhere. Here's some of the most recent damage the elk have done. Even with that Zon gun sitting right there, they're still coming in and eating on this. So we're about at a loss what to do with these elk. I mean, killing them doesn't help. Coming out here and scaring them doesn't help. They just come back every night. That's what things are looking like now. So these ones are almost a complete loss. But luckily they've been staying on these couple bags here. So we're just hoping they'll stay eating these bags here that they've already destroyed, and that'll give us time to feed up some of this other stuff before they can get to it. When they tear down our electric fence every night, they come through. I'll show you guys the trail they've got going now, because it hasn't snowed in maybe about a week, so all this elk crap hasn't got covered up yet. So here's one of their trails. Then we got another trail over here. Yeah, we don't know what else to do. I think I'm gonna have to start camping out here. So this is where I've been shooting them elk from. Kind of made myself a little makeshift blind and stack these bales up so you can just climb right up on. So from up here, them elk are just coming in right here at the end of these hay rows. So that's where I've been shooting them at, is right over here. So during the daytime, they're going up on these west hills here and bedding down in all them trees. And they're coming down at night, just hopping over a couple fences and walking through our field there. You can see their tracks coming from over there right to our haystack. And the other night when they were coming in, they were coming in a single file, and it was light enough that I could see through the scope, and I counted 38 of them. So that's about the numbers we're dealing with, about 38 head of elk there. So like I said, nothing that we've done has worked. We got a few more things that we're gonna try. I think next we're gonna get some bad hay and stick it over here by this fence where they're coming in at. Maybe we can stop them over that way. But like I said, nothing's worked for us so far. That propane cannon didn't stop them from coming in here. Those firecrackers, those shell crackers that we shot out of the shotgun, didn't scare them away for very long. We've even killed 4 of them, and that hasn't stopped them at all either. The one night we were out here, we killed one, and while we were gutting it, within an hour and a half, they were coming back. So that didn't help at all either, and that's just, we're kind of at a loss on what to do. So our game plan for right now is I'm just trying to feed up all this outside hay that we have as fast as I can. So we've got 4 rows of dry bales right here. We got a row of silage here, kind of buried in snow. And we've got this partial row of silage here, but this one's pretty much destroyed. The elk have ruined this one. And they've destroyed this end here, but it goes down further towards that hay shed. So maybe 2/3 of this is still usable. I've started working on this side here, on this silage bag. And so far, they haven't really destroyed much of this one. They're starting to poke holes in it over here on the side. See there, they're starting to poke holes. But I'm hoping I can stay in front of them, that I can use this hay before it gets eaten up and just use it as they start munching on it. So then these dry round bales here, I'm just working on these. This row here, there's kind of gotten this side all eaten up where I can't grab it with nothing but a grapple. So I'm just going to keep working my way back towards the hay shed and using up all this outside hay. And then hopefully I can stay in front of the elk where they're not destroying too many bales. And I'm hoping that by the time I get this fed, we got a fence put up around our hay shed. Then they can't get into the hay shed. Then we can start feeding the stuff in the hay shed. So that's kind of the plan. Because luckily, like I was saying, the elk have mostly been staying on this side of the stack here. So as long as they stay on that side of the stack and not get into the hay shed, I'll just keep using these bales as quick as I can, and then we'll fence off that hay shed and lock them out of there. Then they won't have nothing that they can eat, and maybe they'll find something else to get into. So that's kind of what our plan is for now. We're just gonna have to sacrifice some hay, and we'll just keep track of it and see if the game and fish won't help us out with some reimbursement for all the damages. So I'm just working on this silage bag here, and right here, this is where the elk tore through it. I don't know how long ago. It's been weeks, maybe a month ago. They started nibbling on this, but that exposed the silage to air, and so it started getting pretty hot and it's starting to mold and rot. So I need to get rid of these ones, get them fed up before they get too bad. I'm sure you'll see here once I pick these up how warm they are. They'll probably be steaming when I pull it out of this bag. don't know how well you can see it, but this bale, it's steaming, so it's getting pretty warm. See all the steam right here. So that's what happens when you expose these silage bales to air before you're ready to use them. See, look how much this silage is steaming. I'm glad I'm getting these ones fed up because they're starting to go bad. Starting to get a little bit of mold in them. So look at this. I keep my shovel in this old pump house. I usually stand up here in the corner. I walked over here and this is what I found. I have a dead steer in here. So this steer is about a year old. It was going to be our beef for next year. Somehow it got stuck in there and died. Must have walked through this door, stepped up and over that pipe, slipped, fell under the pipe, and then somehow got wedged in between the pipe and the edge of the building there. I swear sometimes my cows just have a death wish. They just try to find ways to kill themselves. It's just, I don't understand it sometimes. We'll walk over here and check on our water. I'm sure I'm gonna have to chip it out. Hopefully it's not too thick and I can just chip it out with this shovel, not have to go get that digging bar. Looks pretty frozen. Oh, jeez. It's been so cold the last couple days. The water level in this slough's dropped 1.5 feet or so. Look at this. Usually the water is all the way up here, the top of that ice. It's down, all the way down there. Well, I guess there's not much I can do for them tonight besides chip this out, and hopefully they'll get down there and drink. And it's supposed to warm back up here in the next couple of days, and hopefully that'll bring the water level back up. So I just want to give you guys a quick update and show you what we got going on around here. Show you all the new snow that we got and the cold we've been dealing with. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.